I hear you, Sage. I'm glad that you brought it back up. First, nothing is real. Nothing is real. So at the end of the day, literally nothing is real, in my opinion. This isn't real. I'm not, like, this body is not real. None of this is all illusion. Everything is illusion. The only thing that is real is the truth, and you can feel the truth within your body. Everything is illusory. Illusory? Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying, Daniel. Because Socrates supposedly said that only that which is real lasts forever. That's exactly what I'm saying. Nothing is real. That which is real lasts forever. The soul is eternal. The soul is real, right? God is real. The truth is real. And these words will do everything in their capacity to speak that, to learn how to point that in agreement, to articulate that. But we can't, the form is always changing. So even if eternal life is real, the form is always going to change. And that's the key to eternal life as well, to make sure that your body's always adapting and evolving. Energy is real. The truth is real. What is real if almost everything is fluid? Would love be what's real? Yes. True love is real. True love is real. Is your belief in... Dustin, could you elaborate on what you're saying? So these ephemeral concepts, these things that are like not actually able to be like perceived with our 3 dimensions of senses, these are more real than this material reality. And that's why society has us so distracted and distorted and so warped, because society tries to teach us that this is real. If it makes a sound, that makes it real. If I can prove it, if I can like make it into an empirical, evidential, this is real. Dustin, I don't subscribe to the depiction of Christian mythology of God and Satan. Ironic that the things that aren't tangible are real. The things that are tangible are not real. The things that aren't tangible are more real. Like, your feelings are real. Your perspective and your awareness is real. And life is paradoxical. That's where we also have to accept this. So, when it comes to mental illnesses, the mental illness realm was created like in the 1950s, around the time that Rockefeller started perpetuating petroleum-based medications onto the populace, started stealing plant spirit essences, and started to take the information from indigenous cultures and peoples, and then creating synthetic versions of these medicines to then inflict upon the populace to keep them stuck in perpetual cycles of pain and suffering, so they couldn't actually heal themselves, but they more so become reliant on something outside of themselves. And this is where like the mental illness field is ass backwards, and you have to be diagnosed with something in order for a psychiatrist, in order to make money. Psychiatrists can only make money if they're giving you a diagnosis and if they are giving you pills. That's like pretty much the only way like a traditional psychiatrist can make money. Mental illness are demons. Perhaps, quite possibly, yes, we all have angels, we all have demons, and this is where it's so important to learn how to make peace with our demons and learn how to transform them and send them back into angelic states, because angels and demons are one of the same being. It's just one's a higher octave and one's a lower octave, or a more, I want to say, demonic octave. That is why they program the mind. That's really all it is. It's all, like, World War III is happening right now, and it's a psycho-spiritual mental warfare. Water has memory and it's alive. Plants are alive. The air and energy is alive. Absolutely, Daniel. Absolutely. Shouts out Dr. Masaru Emoto for teaching us the remembrance that water has memory, and how we speak into the space affects our entire reality. How can we continue to speak from a space that's much more in alignment with sacred geometry? What to address the consciousness as, i.e. universal love versus God? It's a sick system, not a healthcare system. It is. It's not even a sick care system. It's a system that perpetuates ailments and illness, because that's how it's able to operate. The society in which, the institution in which we have inherited, that's crumbling right before our very eyes. It's crumbling right before our very eyes. Thank you, Pluto, for returning and fucking putting it back in its place. It's only able to exist by convincing the populace of these specific myopic narratives of encouraging the individual to sacrifice their soul to settle for the illusion of security. The only thing that is secure in life is death. That's it. And those who die before they die do not actually die when they die, because life is eternal and death is illusion, just like everything else. Yes, schizophrenia and mental ailments in general. Yes, I would not be surprised if they're demons or self-induced, and in fact, it's probably both, because we all have a demonic side and we all have a angelic side, and this is where we have a choice to decide where we're going to align. If you haven't gotten it clear by now where I am in my journey, then stick around for a little bit and maybe you'll get an idea. This conversation is, this man is a walking DMT experience, I tell you what. What do you think about depressive episodes caused by hormone cycles in women? Exactly that. Hormone episodes. That's all it is. That's where it's so important to practice self-care. That's where it's so important to make sure that we're getting the right level of nutrient and nutrition so that our bodies are operating properly and organically. Sage says, specifically, my grandma thinks she talks to God, and maybe she does. How do I know? She gets very lost in it. That's the thing. I mean, I talk to God. I'm talking to God right now. Like, Sage, you're God. I'm nothing more than a reflection of you. We are all God. Everything is God. Like, this is where I'm saying, like, there's a very thin line. It's a very, very thin line. So, when people get lost in it, though, that's when it becomes toxic. And there's a difference between, like, toxic levels of awareness and healthy levels of awareness. And this is where, how self-absorbed is the individual. Like, everybody can talk to God. That's what prayer is all about. In fact, the Roman Empire and the Catholic Church tried to convince the populace that you have to you have to look to a priest in order to talk to God. You have to go to confession in order to talk to God. You have to give all of your energy to a middleman. But Yeshua came here to teach us that you can cut out that middleman and you can go straight to source, because it lives within your heart. God exists within your heart. And it's learning how to cultivate a home for God within your heart. Shouts out Sita Deva. Rama, Rama, Rama. Thank you, Hanuman. If you know, you know. If you don't know, don't worry. That's the thing. Worry is a waste of the imagination, and worry is an extremely toxic energy. It could definitely make you go crazy if you don't make sense of it. And this is why it's so important to stay grounded and to stay balanced. Holy Spirit is straight fire, speaking right through. And it's like every freaking culture, every culture has their own way of depicting it. Every culture has their own way of depicting it. Stephanie, could you elaborate? Anxiety is a fear. Fear is the bane of our existence. You don't even have to seek knowledge, Daniel, but I see you. That is definitely a path. That is definitely a path. Have y'all ever read the Bhagavad Gita? I'm going to start reading the Bhagavad Gita on here. Spiritual psychosis, Sage, is definitely a potential, and that's where it's so important to stay grounded. Because when we're out here by ourselves, especially with Grandma, she didn't have the resources that we have now. Like, she was all by herself, doing this by herself, and so she wasn't able to relate to anybody. So that's where she's developed her own, like, dense psyche. And then there's a difference where it's like some people are suffering from, like, really, really negative and violent thoughts, where, like, the thoughts in their head are telling them to do, like, violent things. Like, one of my favorite songs by one of my favorite bands, it's not necessarily one of my favorite songs by them, but it's a very powerful song by them. It's called Edward Ben's 27 Times by the band called La Dispute. And it's a song about a gentleman who had a son who had schizophrenia. And this gentleman was stabbed. It's a true story. It's a song based on a true story. This gentleman was the owner of a hardware store, and he had all these scars all over his body because his son stabbed him 27 times because his dad went to go check on him to deliver some dinner, and the voices in his head told him that that was an evil person, that he had to defend himself, and so he stabbed his own dad 27 times. The man lived and still loved his son unconditionally. Like, the shit's wild out here, and that's where it is. The spiritual warfare and demonic entities possessing people and stealing their own psyche. And this is where the psychosis thing is really, it's important to be wise with the words that we're speaking, because if she's not causing any harm, no one should be bothered by her. Let her do her thing. All of the ancient beliefs, not even religions. Oh yeah, we feel it, Rocco. We are living it. Spirit, move through me, please, every day. Yes, home is not a house. Home is right here, in your heart. The Bhagavad Gita literally translates to the Song of God. I would be glad to. No, Stephanie, we are not. Anxiety is a man-made fear. It really is. It really is. Exactly, Ashley. Same. Exactly, Ashley. Yeah, a lot of spooks of fucking OGs, huh? Yeah, Melly, we're out here. Fuck, dude, it's wild. We need to release our fear to God. Exactly, 100%. Give it all to God. Give it all to love. Experience is what taught fear. Fear leads to anxiety. How to avoid this? Persistence, meditation, showing up daily, consistently, devoting yourself to your path of healing. Saying, fear, you have no place here. I'm choosing love. I'm choosing myself. I'm choosing to learn how to anchor into my divinity. Thoughts on birds? Bro, I love birds. Pigeons, I don't know if they're real. But my name literally translates to battle hawk in Gaelic. The word Gavin, it translates to battle hawk in Gaelic. I'm a bird human. Experience is our testimony to help others. Yeah, this is a great conversation. I'm digging this Q&A. Exactly. Life is always vibrating. It's all waves. It's wavy, baby. You just gotta learn how to surf these waves, baby. That's really what it's all about. Vibrations and frequencies, they're just waves. Learning how to surf is crucial. Nothing. Not anymore. After I got a kiss from death, after I died and came back to life, I have no fears anymore. I am so convicted in my truth. God is love, love is you, truth. Fear is made up in our head, fact. Be nothing. That's exactly it. This is how we float. I am nothing. I am nobody. And I find so much solace in this. Absolutely. Any unwanted emotion is asking for permission to settle back into love. Exactly. I don't necessarily remember what great analogy Daniel is referring to, but I dig it. Yo, dude. Battlehawk is sick as shit, right, man? I am an avian. Blue avian. In fact, the pilot of this ship. At least my own. What are your thoughts on getting or feeling unstuck on our path? It's necessary. It's necessary. It's so necessary to move. Yes, I did. Check it out. This is one of the scars. I got scars all over my body from it. I got a rod up here. Collapsed my left lung. Broke 10 of my ribs. Broke my hip, my femur. I was already like very deep in this path already, but I was like still dealing with the bitch of fear. I was still dealing with limiting beliefs and patterns and programs, and through breaking all those bones, I was able to break through all of those limiting beliefs, and I was able to like really see why I'm here. It was crazy. Yeah, I'm going to share the video. I actually posted a video. I posted many videos from the hospital as I was it was 2 years ago this week. And thank goodness TikTok's like, hey, check out this day. I'm catching up on the comments, so excuse me, I'm a little behind y'all. Did you have a past life regression something? No, not during that experience. How did you find your path? It revealed itself to me. Thoughts on failure? Failure is also an illusion. Hey, bestie. Rest well. Godspeed. Supposedly, according to Daniel, what happened for the near-death experience? Supposedly, according to the police report, I ran into the back of a SUV on my moped. I have no recollection of that at all. The last thing I remember, I was driving on my way to the beach on my moped to teach yoga to a private client that I had been working with for a few months. I was running late. I was rushing. That was a trend. That was also one of the biggest lessons of that experience. Don't ever rush anything. Take your time, because I was rushing. I was flying through red lights. I was being a fucking nonsensical child. I was being unsafe. Supposedly, I ran into the back of an SUV that came out of an apartment complex that I didn't see, and that's what happened. That's what happened. Spirit told me I had a near-death experience, and the next thing I remember, so I was at a red light. The last thing I remember, I was at a red light, and my spirit was like, "Hey, bro, you need to chill out." Like, the day was extra weird that day as well because the cars are being funky. The energy is weird in the air. Spirit's like, "Yo, bro, you need to chill out. The energy's wild out here right now." Next thing I remember, I'm in the hospital bed, and they're like, "Hey, bro, we're taking you into surgery right now. We're gonna put a rod inside your arm. You have a collapsed lung. There's a tube in there right now, filling your lung back up." I was like, "It's okay. I'm in the hands of God. Everything is playing out perfectly." It's crazy, bro. But what I remember, I'm pretty sure that I was abducted by aliens and they just like snapped my bones one-on-one so I could learn these lessons. Like, that's what I remember. We need to vibe higher to feel more. Exactly. Love and understand God. Exactly. Moped accident. Do not break those bones, Melly. Please, God, do not do that. Yes, the femur. Fucking wild. Failure is a fear. Yeah, failure is an illusion. There's no such thing as failure. I'm so happy I'm thriving today. I would not be here without that experience. Yes, I do, Ms. Nelly. Shouts out to all my guides, my angels, my aliens. I'm surrounded. I'm so grateful. I love each and every one of you. God Squad. God Squad. We're out here. We're out here. Happy anniversary. Cheers, mama. Oh, yeah, everything happens for a reason. Beachy Butterfly. Life is just a moment in time, just a moment in our existence. Life is eternal. This moment is forever. Yeah, Mama G, absolutely. That's something I'm working on, is talking too much. But I give myself a lot of grace because I got a Gemini moon, and God tells me that that's one of my gifts, is actually learning how to talk a lot. It's because I'm allowed to say shit that a lot of people have too much fear to say because of my Gemini moon. And I can say that. I can say that. That's the freedom of speech. Oh yes, suffering. So I'm one of the luckiest men on this planet. Absolutely. I'm so blessed. I cannot, like, I love y'all so much. Like, seriously. Yeah, Mama G, aliens. That's what my intuition told me. It's fucking wild. But aliens are not like extra, like, they're extra dimensional beings rather than like from outer space, because I'm starting to think that the firmament thing is real. I don't even know if we're actually on a globe. I don't think outer space exists, except for the fact that, like, outer space is this. Inner space is within. Just take that. I've been connected with aliens since I was a child. I've had so many interactions with interdimensional beings. It's crazy. Everybody is alien. Life is alien. Before there was life, there was no life. And when life appeared, that was then alien because it wasn't there before. And anything that is alien, it was not there before. Something that comes from somewhere else. So nice to hear this perspective when I'm told to worry about other people. Absolutely, fam. Yeah, so chill about it. Gotta be. This is my truth. How do you attract the positive frequencies or vibrations of people that belong in your life? Self-care first. Einstein, self-care. Einstein taught us that frequencies is the medicine of the future. If you want to attract, you got to give out that energy. First, it starts with taking care of yourself. The aliens were not blue. God Squad. That's awesome, Seuss. I'm so glad that you knew that was going to happen. Not Arcturian, no. Lyran. Or at least, wait, the ones who worked on me and helped me break those bones? I don't know. They might have been Arcturian. Squad's out here. Keep talking. Yeah, Mama G. I am the light of the sun. Epic, man. Happy belated. Super Leo. I got a stellium in the 5th house. Leo is the ruler of the 5th house, so I got strong sun energy too. I've got 5 Pisces placements in the 5th house, so that's like also where I know I'm like son of God energy as well. Ichigo Ichii, birds aren't real. You'll have this moment forever, but never again. Ichigo Ichii. This moment is never going to be repeated. It's a beautiful gift. Good to know. Lots of talking is good. Absolutely. You can say whatever you want. That's the beauty of it, ain't it? Yeah, they sure do, Sarah. Aliens are always working. Wouldn't we be aliens too? Because we, yes, exactly that. Everybody has alien DNA. Everybody has alien DNA. Everybody. There's not a person who doesn't, if you ask me. It's just like learning how to wake up under that. Believe in yourself, and that's all you gotta believe. I believe everything and nothing all at once. Interdimensional, that's right. Sun sign, Pisces. Exactly, Miss Nizzy. We're all aliens, that's right, exactly. I got strong Lyran energy. Spirits, ghosts, what about them? Wait, Mama G, what the hell are you talking about? Why are you talking about... What the hell? Why did you bring that up? I'm so confused. That's what's up, BG Butterfly. I hella believe that, absolutely. Yo, people have been telling me that I got a blue eye and a green eye. I don't know, like, that's so trippy because, like, I used to just have, like, one color, and then I, like, started telling myself that I wanted to have, like, that one autochromia thing or whatever. And, like, I guess it's starting to do it. Like, we are shapeshifters, you know that, right? Like, these bodies are always shapeshifting. I got strong Venetian energy as well. I love you too, Daniel. Cheers, man. I'm so grateful that you're here. Are there any aliens that are color-based, heavily color-centered? I don't have a full name for them. Yeah, like for me, blue avian. Do you have a certain religion? Just joining curious? No, I think religions are traps. Religions are created to steal the soul of the individual. Just like society. I believe that everything is of the spirit, and it's so important for people to find their own personal relationship with the spirit. I don't have like hardly any Sagittarius energy. I'm just like hella lit right now. Just so fucking excited for this conversation. Deaf out here. I see you, Rachel. Godspeed. La la la. Just stay true to you. Ichigo Ichii. That's the way. This is the way. We're learning. This is the way. La la la. Go find your God squad. Go find your God squad. We are all connected to everything through the power of oneness from consciousness. Absolutely. Oh, yo, Mama G, absolutely. You know, I had this download. A couple years ago that the concept of AIDS stands for Alien Intelligence Design Systems or something like that. Like it's actually just an acronym for putting genetic upgrades into the populace. Bahramiwe, Bahramiwe. I don't know what that means. I am a wizard, Daniel. Cheers, fam. Yo, so when I was 7 years old, I know there's the ring light there, but you see how the black spot on my eye? When I was 7 years old, I got shot in the eye with a BB gun. That's when I became Odin. See, that black spot is my iris and how it tore. And then there's a white spot, which is a cataract. That's like literally a hair away from affecting my vision. I believe that, BG Butterfly. That's what's up. We're always shapeshifting. Definitely, Shayla. Eye colors are always changing. You can tell a lot about someone's health based on their eyes. Religion is a corporation. Exactly, Rocco. That's 100% it. I call mine the color beings. It's rainbow in full conscious form. I love my color family. That's beautiful, Ashley. Honestly, yeah. Shouts out to the rainbow children. Religion is fear-based. Spirit is love-based. Exactly. Sag energy, digging it. Sag energy, digging it. Religions will confuse you. Worship, life, karma, and yourself. Exactly. Worship is warship. And we're out here in a psycho-spiritual warfare. It's so important that we build our warship so that we can stay true to ourselves. How do we ask or communicate with higher level of beings that help us in our lives? Just like that. Just like you asked me that question, ask them. You say, I open myself up to my angels, my guardians, those who wish to see me step into my greatness. Will you provide me signs and intelligence and wisdom? They will present themselves with all sorts of truth. Do you believe in God? So you say you believe in God. Do you believe Jesus is God? His name wasn't Jesus. His name was Yeshua. And he was the first one to remind us that we are all God. And this is like where it's like, Christians have it all wrong. Like, his name wasn't even Jesus. And that pisses him off. That's actually extremely disrespectful. That's like calling Tara Tara. Or saying that your name is Kenite. It's not that. His name was Yeshua. I love Noah. Zyra, that was definitely a fake account. Perhaps Just Jay. Dang, you are so taken care of. Oh, absolutely. I'm so blessed. Absolutely, Mama G. Murky eyes. You can tell, like, when somebody takes, like, medicine through their eyes. That's not good medicine. They take, like, painkillers and stuff. Like, what is it called? Petroleum-based. Hey, Daniel. That's what I'm here for. I've been doing this. This ain't my first rodeo. I appreciate you, bro. It's good to see you. Real recognizes real. I ain't nothing more than a reflection of you. What is your biggest ego hurdle that you've had to overcome? That's a great question. Honestly, it's a not believing that I'm worthy to take up the space. And that's like a wounded ego rather than a overactive ego. Because I used to get made fun of a lot, and I held a lot of that personally. And so, like, I was like, I don't know if I'm worthy of stepping into my greatness. The name Jesus... That's a good question. I don't necessarily have a proper answer for that. But it's like, it's similar to Yeshua. It's Jesuit, Jesus. They're all one and the same word. Yeshua, like the J and the Y are very similar letters. It's just like if you were to call me Gavin, or my name is Gavin, not Gavin. You know, people used to make fun of me as a child calling me Gavin. And that's like calling Jesus Yeshua. So, God is everything. Yeshua was a prophet and one of the first ones to speak very clearly and to practice magic and miracles in public in real time. And the Roman Empire fucking hated that because they wanted to steal the life of the people and keep them in enslavement mode. And Yeshua was like, nah, y'all are fucking fools. We're not going to do that. We're going to take our power back. He was a rebel. He was a queer anarchist. And he just was an embodiment of love. Absolutely. Shapeshift your reality into magic. That's right, friend. Why were there 12 decibels but only 4 books in the Bible? They don't want us... Exactly, Just Jay. You already know it. What's the last and biggest hurdle? Yeah, taking up space. Yo, you're allowed to take up all the space in the world. Like I said, Osus, you're a golden beaming light. Shine on, baby. Shine on, you crazy diamond. Definitely through the alterations in time. Big time. But also because it's like... They've created what is known as an egregor. An egregor is a man-made god. When you create an image and then you give a lot of energy into it, it now has its own depiction rather than the original depiction. Do you think the cross is a positive or negative symbol? I've heard both sides of the story yet fully. Yeah, everything is paradoxical. The cross can definitely be a magic square. It's really not what you do, it's how you do it at the end of the day. And are you doing it from a pure space, or are you doing it from an egoic, unhealed space? And like a lot of the time, the cross can be worn as a magic square to keep the mind in a box. So it's retarded, and I mean that with the utmost accuracy of that word. To block somebody. But a cross can also be seen as a sword as well, right? Or it can be seen as something that can ward off vampires. What's your take on the ancient Egyptians from forever ago? Yo, bro, that's where I come from. They were so wise beyond their years. Yes, I do, Christy. What about how he was so great and Catholics have him suffering on the cross as how they view him? Yeah, that's another big thing. Is like, it's really disrespectful to project all of people's sins onto him. Like, what the heck? How rude. You need to be responsible for your own bullshit. What should you do if you have trouble expressing yourself? Make some noise. Go make some noise. Love it, man. They were amazing to me. The knowledge and precision for that time, unreal. 100%, man. Have you ever heard of Hermeticism? Yeah, dude. Making noise and moving the body is one of the best ways to just, like, have fun. Hermeticism, crucial. It's a magic square. A magic square is more so a cube. So if you, like, unfold a cube, it is a cross. It's 6 squares put together, and a cube is 6 squares 3-dimensionally. And so the way society works is by keeping people's beliefs, views, and perspectives stuck in boxes. But we are circles. We're here to create the flower of life. We're not here to be stuck in boxes. We're here to break through those boxes. And you can't fit a square in a round hole. So this is why we got to stop being squares and start being whole circle. Open the present. Exactly. What a gift it is. Opinions on self-sabotaging and the non-linear reality of healing. Yeah, we all go through it in our own way. Once we become aware, we can choose. We have to apply ourselves. When you know better, you do better. When we become aware of our self-sabotaging patterns, it's important that we cut those toxic behaviors out in order to step into our greatness. But yeah, everything is non-linear, but society tries to make it linear. Squares aren't natural. That's the thing. Squares really, like, where do you see squares in nature? Exactly. Natural. That's what we're here to reclaim, nature. We're here to protect and preserve nature. Triangles are pretty bomb. Big time. We sure did, Mama G. That's right. Psychic. Great minds think alike. But ultimately, spirals. Spirals is what I'm getting into. I used to be really big on the equilateral triangle. Everything can be awesome. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. There you go, Beachy Butterfly. Spirals, Fibonacci sequence. Exactly that. Y'all, we're out here in sync right now. I love it. Ego death is a waste of time. You should heal your ego rather than kill your ego, if you ask me. Yes, exactly. We're making our way. We're all spiraling. It's all happening. The fact that we're having like some really amazing synchronistic moments in this moment shows that we're hitting that 0 point energy. Rainbows and spirals, that's all it is. Alright, I think the dog's telling me it's time to get out here. And if you want a book to read, go check out Ancient Future by Wayne B. Chandler. Especially you, Daniel. I don't know if you've heard that book yet, but that's like one of my favorite depictions of laws of Hermeticism. I'm a self-taught hermit. I've been practicing this way for 8 years. That's how one of the biggest ways I've gotten to this, where I am right now. Yoga, meditation, Hermeticism, the tarot. So many paths to the same place. Ancient Future. Wayne B. Chandler. Ancient Future. Absolutely, y'all. Safe travels. Godspeed. I love you so much. Thank you for this awesome conversation. Thank you for an awesome night of readings. This is a lit live. I love all of y'all. Thank you, Gaina. I appreciate all of you. Take care. Fare thee well. And until next time.